Welcome, friends, to a new series. I don't know how long I'm going to record this series for. Something kind of happened where I kind of lost a little bit of interest in it, to be real with you. But long story short, I recorded two videos about 2 hours in length total, and found out my mic was completely mute. And also, for some reason, it wouldn't let me record or upload the second video, which kind of sucked. Regardless, those videos are non-existent. I won't even bother uploading them again. It really sucks because I had a really good build going for the character I was using, and I was really fucking into it, but, like, after that stuff, like, oh my god, it just took me out of it. But regardless, let's get into it. There we go. Welcome to Slay the Spire. This game is insanely fun. It is very addicting, and one of those games where I'll just be recording like 1 or 2 videos a day. Not really a day, but just every now and then. I'm pretty sure this is going to be kind of an in-between series. I'm not really going to be doing this as like a full-time Let's Play, but my goal for this series is to get the Platinum Trophy for it. Live on camera, really, so I'm really excited to show that once that happens. I will admit this, there are two trophies I popped during my first recordings. Not that many, to be fair, but it still kind of sucked. It happened, but whatever. Long story short, we now have two options to us. Daily Climb, which wasn't supposed to be unlocked yet, and Standard. We'll be playing Standard because Daily Climb is for something later. You have access to 4 characters in total that we unlock slowly throughout the adventure. I won't really talk about these 3 characters yet. We're going to be sticking with the Ironclad. And Ironclad has some pretty good gimmicks. First off, he starts off with a very high amount of HP and a decent chunk of gold. In addition to that, he starts off with Burning Blood. At the end of combat, he heals 6 HP. He's very good for that reason. Very fucking good for that reason. Okay, so it looks like it's the same as last time, kinda. All the seeds are randomized. I don't recognize that icon, though. That's the problem. But there are several symbols to be aware of. First off, normal enemies. These are basically your standard mobs. They can be kind of threatening or dangerous still, but they are fairly weak. Next up is the question mark or unknown. This is like a random event. You can get some items, you can get a curse. It's kind of just is determined by the random luck of it. There's the merchant, which is on the right side here. This is where you buy certain items or cards for your deck. It is a deck building game after all. Pretty good. God, I really want to go there, but that's also kind of early on. The enemy icon with the larger horns, that is an elite enemy. They can be very challenging, very difficult. Would not recommend early on. I would probably recommend going for that one up there towards the center rather than these two up here. So for that reason, I might have to go for this center path here, or at the very least the left path, and just verge off. You cannot do every single icon. You're stuck to one path once you click your first icon. Once you get past an icon, you can't go back. And then there's the rest point, which is the bonfire. You can either heal or upgrade a card on those, or the treasures, which lets you gain some rare items. So, for my first path, basically I'll explain the top bar real quick. Your name, what class you're playing, your health, your gold, your potions, the time that you've played this round, the map for the area, which is something I'm already on, your deck, which each character starts off with typically 5 strikes, 4 defends, and then a special card. In this case, I get Bash, which is a pretty decent card. And then settings. Up on the top right screen, you can see your relics. You could have a lot of them, which is pretty nice. And then the legend, I could have just used this. This explains it better than me. Okay, so unknown. In an unknown room, you may encounter monsters, treasures, stops, or shops, or something entirely different. Merchant. A mysterious merchant sells wares in these rooms. You spend your well-earned gold here. Treasure. Relics and gold can be found in these coveted rooms. Rest. Stop here to heal or upgrade a card. Hostile enemies reside in these rooms, or elites, powerful foes in these rooms. Defeating them will reward you with a relic. Okay, so I want to avoid the elite enemies early on, so I'm gonna go for the center path. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. Once you are out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards will be drawn. Your energy will be replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces incoming damage, but wears off at the end of your turn, or start of your turn, sorry. During your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. And if an enemy has the intent of attacking you, be sure to gain block. So we got 2 enemies here, and right now they're just doing something strategic, which is a buff on themselves, and they also have an ability called Curl Up. On receiving an attack, it rolls up and gains block once per combat. This could be very annoying. So my character has 80 HP, I have 3 energy to work with, I don't have any other stuff to really worry about. So for the most part, I'm just going to go in and bash this louse with a hammer. Vulnerable increases the damage they would receive by a whopping 50% for the next 2 turns. That's really good. They don't really have any intent to attack me, so I think I'm just going to go in and attack the louse and then end my turn. Any unused card, unless if it has retain, it gets discarded. Retain is a mechanic that isn't really relevant to the character we're using, for right now at least, so we don't have to worry about that. So they're about to attack for a lot of damage. However, doing the maths... Oh, shit. Well, I could kill one of them. I'm going to have to block for 1, though. Yeah, I had no choice. I had to block. So I'm about to take 5 damage here, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's fine. If there are no cards in your draw pile, if you have no cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into the deck. 4 damage. Game. So, at the end of combat, you get gold, a potion sometimes, distilled chaos, play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. This could be really fun. Potions, drink or throw potions during combat. Potions stay with you between rooms. And then we get to pick a new card. So we have Entrance, double your block. This could be really good for a trophy that I'm looking forward to getting with Ironclad. But I don't... Entrench, sorry. I don't think I really want to go for it. Shrug It Off or Iron Wave. All these kind of suck. I'm probably going with Iron Wave. I had that in my first attempt. I'm not going to repeat that many times, but... God, I was set, man. I had my favorite card in my deck. I had like 4 copies of it. It was nuts. Nice! Purifier. Before it lies is an embodiment, an elaborate shine of a forgotten spirit. We get to pray, remove a card from the deck. I'm going to do that. When you remove a card, I always suggest removing your strikes. They're not that useful. They really aren't. They're just kind of a filler. So yeah, we'll get rid of that. So now we can go left. This will give us the ability to do a little bit of combat, plus a lot of unknowns. That or we could go straight, which gives us an unknown right off the bat. However, we have 2 enemy encounters. For right now, I think I'd rather have the more encounters than more unknowns. Oh, we got this thing. The Cultist. Well, I'm just going to chip it away and then use it to block. Have no reason not to. I got a pretty mid-starting hand. Ritual. Oh, God. Ritual sucks. At the start, it gains 3 strength. Oh, boy. So we want to kill that thing fast. So I'm definitely going to use this to give it vulnerable, and then I'm going to go into the Iron Wave, which gives us a shield and deals damage to the enemy. That sounds really good. Plus I did this. Hopefully this video doesn't drag on for 54 minutes. My last one did. Wow, we got basically the same setup here. So, vulnerable increases the damage the enemy takes by 50%. So it goes from 8 damage to 12 damage in total. That's really fucking potent. And now it's stuck with that for 3 turns. Yeah, we're pretty good here. And I have no reason not to do this. 7 damage plus 5 shield. We have no reason. And with our relic that we start off with Ironclad, we gain a little bit of HP at the end of combat. I'm just gonna kill this thing. So we got Dropkick, Whirlwind, and Homokinesis. Hemokinesis, oh my god. That's actually really good, but I might go with Whirlwind. Whirlwind. Homokinesis. Whirlwind. It does tons of damage to all enemies. I'm good. So it's about to do... Can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with Iron Wave, and I'm gonna go with the Whirlwind for a total of 10 damage, since I have 2 mana left. God, that would have been perfect. Whirlwind stacked with that is god tier, so I'm glad I got that early. I'm just gonna block. Sorry, I'm still giggling like a little squirrel girl here. So he's still vulnerable, yeah. Strength and shield. Okay, so you got a nice buff there, but unfortunately for you, you're dead. 11 gold, and do we get a card I can use? No, we do not. Well, okay, these aren't the worst cards, but they kind of suck. God, man. All right. I'll take a Shrug It Off. That way, if we ever get a remove card thing coming up, I could get rid of a defend, and I get to draw a card in addition to that. That's really good. I'll go Shrug It Off, yeah. Oh, this is the guy that I was thinking about for a while. I don't want to repeat... I guess I'll just say it. Slaver. Yeah, they're an interesting bunch. Shrug It Off for sure. Gain that 8 block plus a fucking shield. Deal that damage, and then I have no reason to gain another shield because I have enough to block his whole attack. Yeah, I think Shrug It Off was a great option. That gives us a lot of options down the road. I'll bash your head in. And then I'll deal some... Oh, crap. I should have healed. I mean, blocked, but whatever. Weakened. So that means our damage now deals less. That sucks. That sucks a lot. That sucks a whole lot. 25%. Thankfully, that's only for 1 turn. The best option for me is to probably... Because this is only 3 damage versus the 4. So that's 10 damage. This is going to be 12 damage. Yeah, I'd rather do the 12 damage. What? Yo! Regain potion. Gain 5 regain. Regain heals HP at the end of your turn. Each turn regain is reduced by 1. Ooh. Deal damage equal to your block. That could be really good. 13 damage, apply 1 weak, apply 1 vulnerable. Is that to the enemy, though? I'm going for that. Yeah. So, campfires. This allows you to heal, I believe, yeah, 30% of your max HP or upgrade. I'm not going to really need that 10 HP, so we're going to upgrade a card. That being said, we don't really have a card really notable here, except maybe Whirlwind, so I'm just going to go with that. God, I really need a certain card. Please. Merchant. Buddy. Pal. Give me the card I want. Damn it. It didn't give me the card I want. So at Merchants, you have a lot of options. You have 5 cards based on the class you're playing with, including one that's typically on sale. You have 2 colorless cards, which anyone can get. So this one is Bandage Up, Heal 4 HP. That could be actually really good. And Thinking Ahead, which is also good, but I can't afford it. We have 3 relics, none of which I can really afford here, so I'm not going to really repeat this, but I think these waffles are pretty decent. As well as 3 potions. We also have the ability to remove a card. Every time you use this, however, during the run, it increases its cost by 25 gold. So I have 149 gold on the top screen right next to the gold pouch. So... Ethereal. Ooh, until next turn prevents all damage. Oh, wait, well, never mind. I knew what that meant. If this card is in your hand at the end of the turn, it is exhausted, meaning it is removed until the end of combat. This... God, I wish I had a little bit more gold, because Feed is actually pretty dope. I think I'm going to go with Ghostly Armor. It looks pretty good. For an extra shield, yeah. And I'm going to remove a card. I'm going to get rid of another Strike. No. I'm going to get rid of a Defend. We have, like, tons of Defend cards now. It's time to start kind of cleaning up a bit, you know? And I no longer have enough to buy anything. Alright. I am crossing my fingers with all my might that we get something good, because now we're locked into fighting an elite enemy. I want a certain card that is one of my absolute favorites. Of course, we're fighting this thing. The Looter sucks. Looter steals 15 gold whenever it attacks, and I'm pretty sure that's permanent. Thankfully, we have some really fucking solid stuff, so I'm just gonna straight up use this. I have no reason not to. 10 shield. Guys, that's good. And then I'm going to use this, which is going to do tons of damage.
Give me your gold.
Oh, you just steal it regardless. Okay. Wow. Alright, game. Alright, and then I'll gain some shield up. Weak is going to reduce that damage by quite a bit, so it's probably not going to do enough. Yeah, it just did like a... It tickled. It tickled, basically. You're dead. Oh, gave me my money back. Another Ghostly Armor, another Shrug It Off of Warcry. Probably Ghostly Armor. Yeah. Gold and... Oh, nice! This is perfect! Preserved Insect reduces HP of elite enemies by 25%. Relics throughout the Spire are grant unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. Man, I got lucky on that. Some infested rats that kind of give me some Last of Us vibes, even though I only really played the first game like a little bit. It's not really my game, sorry. I'm sure people are gonna like, oh, that's not a problem, but I'm not really interested in that argument. Alright, so grow could be kind of dangerous. We're gonna want to kill these things fast. That being said, I just got two Ghostly Armors. I'm just gonna use both of them now, because otherwise I lose it, and I really don't. So now we have 25 shield. Guys, it literally just tickled. That's it. So, let's see. 13 damage, that's enough to kill you. Yes, that leaves me vulnerable, but let's be real. I don't think I could kill you, so I'm just gonna use this. I could have killed him. Fuck, I misread his HP. I thought he had 15, not 5. That happens sometimes. I'll shrug it off. With a tornado to your face. Gold, dexterity potion, which increases the amount of block you get with cards. And, oh, nice. This card applies a power that can be used. Powers are passive abilities that remain for the duration of combat. So we have Entrench, Second Wind, and Corruption. I'm going to go with Entrench. As good as Corruption is, Entrench could be kind of helpful for me. Since I have so much block-related stuff, I'm good. Oh, crap. We have to fight this thing. The Gremlin Knob is one of the harder enemies. One of the harder elites to fight at this point. So we're going to be in some trouble. Although, honestly, we're good. I'm just going to deal some damage and then block. Since I don't want to lose ghostly armor. It's suggestive. So yeah, every time we use a skill card, which we have mostly skill cards, which, whatever, he gains strength. Strength is not something you want an enemy to get, so I'm probably just going to stick with using this on him. He's about to do 14 damage to me. I'm going to have to use this. I need to defend against him. Okay, well, that's only for one turn, though. Ghostly armor plus this, that makes us block 20 stuff, which is nice. Shit. You know what? I have no reason not to. Damn, man, if we had that one card I want, we could have beat him. And it's GG. It's GG. You don't have enough to win against this. Gremlin Horn. Whenever an enemy dies, gain... Oh my god, I've never seen this one before. Okay, Cleave is good. I'm gonna go with Flex. It's worth 0 cost, and that gives us 2 extra damage for an attack. That's really good to me. Alright, so let's see. I don't really have a lot of great options from this point on. I don't want to fight multiple enemies back to back, really, except that gives us a lot of rewards. And we do have a campfire near the boss. Yeah, I'm really glad I reset, actually, because that first video took me an hour to get up to the boss. Yeah, we're sitting really well. So, I'm pretty sure I mentioned already, but once you get to a certain point, you can't go back. You can't do any other previous options, so you're stuck to one path. This path will give us 2 enemies plus a chance of getting something good. A merchant! Armaments. Inflame. Enlightenment. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand by 1 this turn. Draw 3 cards. Something I can't use. Remove a card. Okay. Oh, this one's good. Oh, wait, no. It was a different card I was thinking of. There's one that, like, it upgrades every card in your hand. It's good until the end of combat, but still. So I have enough to buy basically 2 of any of these I want, realistically. Wow. Wow. Searing blade or blood? I can't really tell. That's not bad. Blow. it, was, it was neither. It was blow. Okay. If this was inert or innate, I think that's the word actually, innate, I would very much love to go with this. That being said, armaments and inflame are really fucking good, so I'm gonna go with those. Yeah. Enlightenment, again, spectacular. But it doesn't have innate. Innate makes it so a card always starts in your hand. It's powerful. No, I'm done. Shit. Which way do we go? I'm going with combat. I need that card. So we got a slime now. I got a really bad hand. Oh my god. I'm just gonna block twice and then I'm gonna hit that slime with a strike. I have no reason not to. I got really unlucky with that hand. Oh god, I got slimed. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So, armament. Gain 5 block and upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. This could be really powerful depending on the card you use it on. That being said, it cannot be used on a card that already has an upgrade like Whirlwind, which is indicated by how its name is green with a plus symbol. Except for that one card we saw during the Merchant. You can't upgrade anything past 1 upgrade. They're not going to do any damage to me. I have no reason not to do this. I did lose those cards, but they come back during the next combat, so it's not a big loss. Frail means I will not be able to... Yeah, gains less block, okay. Well, they're gonna die this turn because I have flex. And I have 3 energy, and they don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this on you. And I'm gonna bash you with a mace. Yeah, we're GG. Liquid Memories. Choose a card in your discard pile to return it to your hand and it costs 0 this turn. There is a really potent combination with this and another class's rare card that is essentially a boss killer. It melts enemies. I want to use this. So, clicking potions, we have gain 5 regain, dexterity, or play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. You have the option to drink or discard potions at any time. So I want to probably get rid of Dexterity Potion. I don't really ever use it. Uh-oh. No. 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 No! Oh my god, what? I can't go back to it! We lost that permanently because of a fucking misclick? Wow! Wow! Okay. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. I can't believe that happened. I cannot believe that happened. I can't. I definitely used Inflame. And cards require energy to play. The orb on the left indicates how much energy you have remaining this turn. Okay. So we have no choice other than to just bash you. Or strike you, I mean. Wow. What if that one card that enemy would have dropped was the one I'm looking for? It very well could have been. You're dead. Please drop something good for me. Okay, I get my money back. I get more money. Power potion. Dual wield is good. Clothesline is situational. Headbutt's not that great. I'm going with dual wield. No thanks. I'm really pissed off at that. I can't believe that happened. Alright, so we could rest for 30% max HP, which is basically a full heal at my stage. I'm going to upgrade a card. I'm going to risk it. So, let me see. Armament upgraded is... Upgrade all cards in your hand. Yeah, we want that. Confirm. That could be really fucking good. Boss time. Oh boy, we got the Guardian. Alright. What? Why did we just get nothing but defensive stuff? Come on. Fine. Okay. Hey guys, I'll block 30 damage for a guy that's not even gonna do anything right now. That would have been nice 5 seconds ago. Jesus. Alright. Wow, I'm about to take 32 damage raw. I don't think I'm gonna win this fight. I don't have a good setup here. Alright, now he's in defense mode, so he won't be able to do anything. And at the end of turn, the block goes away, so we'll be able to do damage. However, now that he's in defense mode, he does have essentially the ability to counter our attack a little bit with 3 damage per attack we use. I'm still gonna risk it and use Whirlwind. Although that 9 damage kind of scares me. I'm still gonna go with Whirlwind. We just take 3 damage for the fact that we just did 35 damage to him. I don't mind. Ooh. Okay, yeah. It would be better for me to use this plus Entrench to double that block, so we now take... Okay, that was actually a pretty solid setup. I could have gained a little extra using this first, but... It is what it is. I suppose I'll just use this for a little extra chip damage and a bit more block. That is... Oh, he's in offense mode now, too. But he loses that spike damage. Yeah, we'll use that. Get that stuff upgraded for the combat. Forget about it. As much as I want to put you invulnerable, I'd rather gain this. And then... That's kind of useless to me. There's no zero-cost cards in my deck that I don't really want to use. So we do take 2 damage, but that's totally cool with me. Two muscle, man? Oh, God. Sorry. Damage from that. Do you see that? Alright, I got a good build, actually. I'm not mad with what I have. I'm a little disappointed about that thing earlier, but hey, whatever. Stuff happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'll be sure not to have that happen. Okay. I will use Iron Wall. A little bit of chip damage. I'll enhance that. And then I'll add that 5 block to me. Yeah. Now your damage is nullified because I have the exact amount. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Granted, I won't be able to use them. They don't exhaust, so I'll basically have 2 copies of Whirlwind in my hand. Man. That feels good. That being said, I think the best option for me to do is go into using armaments and then shield, and then I'll save that Whirlwind for when we draw them next. Yeah, I'd rather have that. I'm playing very defensive right now, but that's just luck of the draw. I got no real choice there. Okay. Flex 100%. And I'm going all in for damage. Destroy, destroy. Okay. Oof. That's a lot of damage. However, when you get broken into shield mode, he skips his damage step. I don't really see the point of using dual wield with this setup. Sure, I'll use armament. GG. And for beating the Guardian, you get a really good upgrade. In addition to that, first off, I'm going with Barricade because with my build, this is perfect for me. In addition to that, I forgot what I wanted to say, actually. Oh, you get a trophy for the Guardian. I already have it, though, but yeah, you do get the trophy. Demon Form is really good, and Reaper is amazing, but I'm going with Barricade. But not only that, you get a relic. So we got Runic Cube. Whenever you lose HP, draw 1 card. That could be kind of good. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Future card rewards have 2 less options to choose from. Jeez. That kind of sucks, but I'll be real with you. That's probably the least bad card here. So I'm going with Fusion Hammer. It's not a card, it's a relic. Welcome to Act 2, the city. In the next episode, we'll be going through this area. I'll see you guys then.